Hi, I'm Brad, Double D Trailers. Thanks for sharing your time with me and allowing me to show you some features on this 2014 SafeTac bumper pull 2-horse. It has a dress on the front and of course the rear swing out saddle compartment, which I really like. I'll be looking up and down as I narrate through the photos for you. One thing to point out, we always like to use a large window, and the purpose of that is just so you can get more light through to your horses. The extra light that comes through makes the trailer seem less claustrophobic, more inviting, really reducing the stress and making the hauling experience more pleasurable for your guys. Typically one tie loop per horse on the outside. We decided to go ahead and do two per horse for this trailer, so there are a couple on the other side as well. You can go ahead and choose if you decide to custom order a trailer, and perhaps you don't like the graphic or the color of this one. You can choose the style of the graphic. This is the Chinese. We offer the swirl, horsehead, different ones. You can also choose the color of the graphic from red, blue, green, purple, metallic, all sorts of stuff. There's no extra charge for the graphic or the color. And you'll notice on this trailer we match the roof rail to the graphic. That's this area right here that runs just the perimeter of the trailer. We don't paint across the top, that's going to be white, but just the curved portion from here to here, and it really sets off the accent. You could also, if you wanted, you could match that roof rail to your tow vehicle, and there's no extra charge for that. So that's just something that we offer. I like the aluminum fender. If you have a disagreement with a fence post or your fender gets damaged by accident, they're relatively easy to unbolt and replace, and that does happen. The running board just makes it easy to get in and out of your dressing area. And of course, if you're camping, you can sit down on that. It makes a nice little step for the outside. The door has a door hold back, and this is the position of where the door will stop. So that's in the locked open position right now. And if we jump to the next slide, you can see that. There are your door holdbacks right there. The window in the dress, that does come standard. If we step up inside of the dress, this trailer we added for you some extra bridle hangers on the inside. I thought it'd be a good idea to go ahead and carpet that wall just to keep the bridles from clanking against the wall, causing a lot of undue noise, which creates stress on your horses while hauling. The walk-through door to the horse area, that's always standard in all of the SafeTac models, so that door is included. This just shows a close-up of those bridle hangers for you. I think you'll really enjoy the water tank. Um, that's not a standard feature. It is optional, and it is on this trailer. You just never know where you'll be or when you may need some water. This is a 30-gallon. It's a vertical. It sits right in the slant corner, and so it's out of the way. It doesn't take up hardly any floor space. It's like 14-inch size triangle, and it's on a stand. It's gravity feed. You can attach a garden hose right to the outlet there and be able to get water for your horses. The light's always included inside of the SafeTac, and of course an inside shot of the window. I'm not sure if you've picked up on this, but the entire trailer is insulated. That's the side walls, the bulkhead wall, even the dressing room. And by doing so, we use aluminum on the outside, but the interior of your horse area and the dressing room is a product called Galvalite. And it's actually galvanized metal. It's made for painting. It doesn't rust, and it's very lightweight, but it's much stronger than aluminum. And the advantage of it in your dressing room, you can use some magnets, or if you want to attach things to the wall, you can certainly do that to hang up a tack organizer or anything like that. And you can just see all of these walls are smooth all the way around there. The auxiliary battery, I decided to add that in for you on this trailer. That'll operate the interior lights if you're not hooked to your tow vehicle and you're at a show or the barn. You just want to go in at night and get something out of the dressing room. That battery will operate those lights for you. This is the emergency breakaway battery, and what that does is just engages the brakes if the trailer were to become unhooked. and it will bring your trailer safely to a stop. I took the carpet out of the floor and added in some rubber mat instead of the carpet. I think it's just a lot more durable and easier to keep clean in that carpet. It still has the protective film on it, so it's sort of dusty when I took this photo, but that film, we'll pull that up before the trailer is delivered. I thought it'd be a good idea to put in a roof vent just to, give some more light inside of the dress. And if you want to crank that vent open, you just turn the handle, and you can raise it up to allow some heat to escape if you're trailering in some warm summer months. I like the blanket bar. A lot of folks want to add a blanket bar, so I went ahead and did that on this trailer for you. And excuse me, a clothes bar. I guess you could throw your blankets on it if you wanted to, but most folks use a clothes bar. I guess I had a brain cramp. It just shows another view of the dress, and of course the walk-through door. I love the padding. A lot of trailers just are really lacking on padding these days. It's a better shot. It's so important to have a trailer that's adequately padded. If you have to slam on brakes, you want to make sure that your horses are protected as much as possible, and do what you can to prevent a bruise from occurring. I thought it'd be a good idea to have some feed bags in here for you, so we added those in this trailer. The Safe Kick wall system, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that, but this is not rubber. It's 95% plastic and it's 5% rubber, so it's got some give. But the Safe Kick will actually flex, and it'll absorb the impact and reduce the risk of injury to your horse's feet and legs, and it's just virtually maintenance free. It's quite durable material, so I like the Safe Kick, and you'll enjoy that too. I put some fans in this trailer for you. They will function from the auxiliary battery that we talked about a few minutes ago, and of course the light here. There's one in the front stall, a light in the rear stall, and also a light in the rear saddle compartment. And this is just a better shot of both fans there. Remember, we said something earlier about the Galvalite material and the insulated. You'll notice there are not any ribs or structural components or anything showing up top here. So that's all Galvalite. And the advantage of that, if you have a horse that spooks, and unfortunately it does occur, if you have a guy that just goes crazy, or maybe a bumblebee gets on him, or who knows what causes it, and for whatever reason he gets down, or his legs were to get up in this area, you want a material that's going to really keep your horse safe. His hoof or his leg is not going to go through the Galvalite, and sometimes that can happen on aluminum. So I think you'll really like that. We always do a roof vent per stall, just to drive some air and force the air down on the head while traveling. The Safe Bump roof, we've really improved that. This is a fiber composite material. The older style roof was fantastic. Our folks really like it. The downfall, it had a seam every 4 feet, and of course the roof seam has to be sealed. This is a seamless roof, 100%. It's made in a mold, not a mold, but it's made in a mold, and so it can't leak because there's no seams in it. And the other downfall of the older style Safe Bump is it just didn't have enough bracing in case of a rollover accident. And unfortunately that does happen. And you'll notice here we added some Z-frame supports all throughout the trailer, which I really like. And so now if you have a rollover situation, the roof will certainly perform much better in that situation. We covered all of the bows with the fiber composite material, so the corners are rounded and it's very safe. And the area between here, if you have a horse to rear up and hit that, it'll actually flex and help absorb that impact. And one more important thing about the Safe Bump is the temperature control. This is a self-insulating material, and you'll really like the comfort it provides for your horses there. This has the tubular, the see-through head divider. You just want to make sure whatever you purchase that this area right here is never solid, because what that does is first of all, it closes off the light and really makes the area seem more claustrophobic. and it also reduces the airflow. And in the summertime on some trailers, it really gets hot in there because they don't have a cool type roof or don't have the safe bump. So if you can use a tubular divider, it certainly reduces that stress and helps with hauling. You'll notice how bright it is in here, just all the way around. Makes it more inviting. I like that. We try to use a divider latch that is, this is a hard plastic, and so it's not going to rattle. It'll be very quiet, again reducing the noise and the vibration. This trailer, I went ahead and did the rumber flooring. That's rumber, R-U-M-B-E-R. We do about 90% of our trailers with rumber. This one hasn't been cleaned yet through the factory, so it's got some dust on it from inside the plant. But one of my favorite things about the rumber is you don't have to use a stall mat with it. And if you've ever pulled a mat out of a trailer to try to clean it, you know exactly what I'm referring to. So eliminating the mat is just a wonderful thing, and it will transfer less noise, less heat, and less vibration, even in comparison to a wood floor. Rumber is certainly a better product. It has a lifetime warranty, and you don't have to worry about oxidation or heat transfer with rumber like you would on an aluminum floor. You'll notice this is actually the back end of the trailer right here. So this shot is taken from standing on the ground looking in. The entire back of the trailer is open and available for loading and unloading. Most 2-horse slant loads only have one partition. This one, one thing unique about the safe tack is we have two. And the purpose of that extra divider is it keeps your horse off of the rear saddle compartment, but also once you arrive from point A to point B, when you open up the back doors, your second guy is still contained with this divider, and so you have opportunity to step up inside of the trailer. You can walk up and untie your horse's head right here, get him or her calmed down, and then open the divider, and you have the protection of the divider between you and your horse all the time. So it's very safe in loading as well as in unloading. This trailer, you can't really tell from the photo, but we went ahead and did a 7'6" height, and that's the measurement from the floor to the ceiling here. And we also, on the front stall, we elected, we gave you what I call a big horse stall, or an oversized. So if you want to haul a guy over 16 hands, you can certainly do that. We added an extra foot in width in that stall, which will create more nose to tail length, and that's necessary for a larger guy. This just shows the rear saddle compartment in the swung out position. I'll show you some more shots of that. That's what the saddle compartment looks like from the closed position, and to swing it out in that photo that I just showed you, similar to that, only thing you would do is unlatch the latch here, and you just open the door and swing it around. And of course, we have a nice, secure, and positive latch there that latches around to the side of the trailer and holds that saddle compartment in the open position like we've got it shown here. I threw in a brush tray on this one for you, so you can drop some items in there. It's quite convenient. Once you get inside the saddle compartment, and you can see here's the inside of the trailer, but once you get inside of the compartment, I put in plenty of bridle hangers on this model. I decided to go ahead and do an adjustable height blanket bar. The clothes bars in the dressing room. This is the blanket bar in the saddle compartment. But adjustable height blanket bar, and you'll notice the slot, so you could move it up here, or you could take this saddle rack and move it up here and the blanket bar down here. Ever how that you decide to arrange that, it's your choice. The floor is closed in, so you could throw some small items. It is sealed. You don't have to worry about losing items inside of the floor there. More recently, or the last couple 3 years, we have started doing this air vent up at the top, and that's really helped, because when you close in a compartment too tight, the saddles and the blankets tend to mold or mildew, and so this air vent has really helped to prevent that. Folks really like it. Okay, if we move on You'll really like the light bar. It serves as a left turn, right turn, and a brake. Just an extra precaution that we do. The switches, one controls the interior horse lights, the other will control your interior fans, and those are at a level, they're at about eye level, which is very easy to reach. I put in an extra window that's normally not there, but we decided on this trailer to just throw in an extra window just for some more light and more airflow. The lights are up high and of course down low, but up high enough so that a person a couple car lengths back can certainly see. If we move around to the other side of the trailer, you'll notice the drop down windows. These are really large. They're about 2 feet in height and over 2.5 feet in width. Some of the largest windows that I've seen. And I like that the entire space is open there. A lot of manufacturers will build a door with a small window in the door, and this is an actual window. The bars and the window fold independent of one another, so this is the window in the closed position, that's the window in the open position, and to fold the bars down, it's a one-hand operation. It's very easy to do. You simply grab onto that center bar right here. It's spring-loaded, and you just pull down. That's all you do, and when you do that, it unlatches from the top of it, and so very easy to lay that down. The window will slide. If you want to use the sliding portion in the winter time, you can certainly do that. This just shows a front view. I like the Aerodynamics, the V front. Or the V shape rather. I can't draw with my mouse, and just makes it more aerodynamic, as I mentioned, easier to tow, and of course better fuel mileage. The dolly wheel is standard. Just seems to make it easier for hooking up if you need to move the front end around a little bit and kind of jiggle it. Easier to do that with the dolly wheel. That's standard on the SafeTac. This is not standard, but I went ahead and added it for you. This is a weight distribution bracket. And what that does, if you're not familiar with a weight distribution, just go to Google, type in weight distribution hitch, and look at the photos, and it'll show. But it will distribute the weight from the back end of your tow vehicle back toward the front tires and help keep the front end of your vehicle planted firmly on the highway. Helps with stability and control, especially on a short wheelbase SUV. Okay, thanks for taking your time. For more info, you could certainly give us a call toll free 888-244-2029 or visit our website at doubledtrailers.com.